So in all of the previous videos we've made everything but this proximity sound that you can hear right now. And this sound that plays a splash after you go through. There we go. We don't yet have those. So our portal has everything else. But yeah, no proximity sound, no splash. In probably the quickest part of this entire series, let me show you how to add that, and then our work is fully done. Head to your blueprint for the door portal, open that up, and let's start first with that whoosh that happens the moment you go through the door. These are our blueprints so far. Zoom into begin player revocation and look for darken UI and the purple box after. So right after this purple box, we want to create some space, like so. And here I will right click and then custom event. And I will call this play splash SFX. And play splash SFX, here I will call play splash SFX. There we go. I'll select this and I'll comment and I'll say SFX. And I think SFX is yellow. I don't know why it feels yellow. So I'll have the yellow color. I'm going to copy that and place it there. And to tidy up, I think I have some space here, and also it executes right after the freezing and unfreezing the player. So we'll have it here. Expand that box. And here we only want to play sound, so play sound 2D. So quite simplistic, this sound 2D is the sound of the splash. And because it's a UI element, it doesn't have a source in the 3D world, it's just like it's gonna be flat. And for an asset, we want to get this one. Nope, that is the standby one. We want this. So this Zapsplat free sound is in the description. Again, I'm not affiliated in any way to this website. I'm not paid by them or anything. You can register and download it for free. I believe it is free by attribution. So if you use this in your game, I believe you will have to credit them in your credits unless you pay for it, and then perhaps I'll leave that for you to figure out. But register and download this file yourself. I downloaded it as a MP3, which I think you should be allowed as well. And I will go to my tutorial folder, and here I'll make a folder called audio. And inside I'll make another folder called SFX. Here I could have like another folder for barks or for soundtracks and stuff like that, but in this case I don't. And I will just drag my splash, it's called like water splash, like so, and then I'll open it up. I'm going to rename it because I don't like these numbers. And I'll, instead of the number, say toot. You can name yours however you wish. Maybe it might be a good idea if at the start of it you put SFX, because that way it's just a good practice. And once you're inside of it, here I did just change the volume to 0.7 because I thought it's deafening otherwise. And for the pitch, I put 0.8. And that's it for this one. So I navigate to it again. I go in here, and with it selected in here, I just place it like so. And then I expand this to see more. After I expanded it, I think from here I also lowered the volume because I thought it's just way too much. Like so, with these values. And you see that now if we play it, let me turn up the volume. You're picking up this from my Lavalier microphone, by the way. But don't worry, like I think if you follow my numbers, you get to the good stuff as end effect. So if we go through, it plays but with a bit of a delay, and that is because here in the preview you can see how there's just some empty space at the start. You could go into a sound editing software and just cut that at the start. That would probably be smart because there's no reason for it to exist in here. But the way I came over it and I fixed it was here in the start time, I just put 0.6. And I compile and I save. And now if we go in here, it plays exactly when you would expect as the screen darkens and the vortex appears. And one final time. Wonderful. So that's the first part done. We're halfway there. Next up, go to the website again and download yourself the fantasy, magical, mysterious portal swirl. Sorry if that deafened you, this one is quite powerful. Get that one, then import it. Same stuff, I will, oops, played it by mistake. I will say SFX at the start, I will remove the numbers and I'll say tooth. I'll open it up. And once I'm in there, I quite frankly found the volume of this one to be absolutely deafening. So I put the volume to 0.5 and the pitch to 0.7. And here I want looping to be on, otherwise it's gonna play once and then just stop. And like this is a proximity sound that we want to be playing all the time. So that's the stuff done in here. We navigate to it, so it's selected, and we go back. Our graph work here is done, by the way. Nothing else will be editing, and look how tidy and colorful it looks. I hope you're happy with it. We now go to the viewport, and once we're in the viewport, we click add and we say sound. No, we don't say sound, we say audio, and because I've selected an audio already, see here it says that if I were to click on this, it will add the SFX swirl magic tooth. And it names it so, which is perfection. Now in here, I want to change only one thing. I want to click on override attenuation here. And with the settings that appear, I want follow distance to be 700. Sorry, not 7,000, 700. And see, the sphere is now smaller. We leave it to sphere and linear, and we compile and we save. And that's that. If we play now, when we're far from it, I'm going to turn up my volume now of my speaker so we can hear from my microphone. I'm away, cannot hear it. I get closer and it starts to be loud. And it's gonna be playing on a loop. And if I go far, it stops. I go through the portal, the other sound plays, this one also has it, I go away. And that's all our work done. So that was everything in this series. We are teleporting places, we are doing stuff. I hope we learned a lot about blueprints and logic. I hope that we learned quite a bit about shaders and how we created effects like this one. And also these particles that we see over here. If you enjoyed everything, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them down there in the comment section. Thank you very much for following through with all of this series, and see you another day. Bye. Oh my god, knocking stuff around.